Hey, I realize in episode 6, and this is episode 7, I realize episode 6 might have been a little bit of a downer. Like, you're being attacked in every single way, and that's got to be overwhelming, because that means you need to change in every single way. Well, it's not as difficult as it seems. When we talk about people accepting masks, people accepting different things over the last year, well, they only have to change things just a tiny little bit every day for a year. Which means that in order to counteract, you don't need to do everything at once. You only need to change a tiny bit a day. I saw the title of a YouTube video the other day. I haven't watched it yet. It was Jordan Peterson saying, change 1% a day. Just change 1%. Get 1% better a day. Which is a brilliant concept, and it's actually very consistent with how God works. God says, line upon line and precept upon precept, here a little and there a little. That is actually how God works. It's line upon line. We all want to have a miraculous experience and all of a sudden get converted to everything, and all of a sudden, get our superpowers and arrive where we need to go and be done. That's not how it works. That's not how God works. It's not how He asks us to be. It's never worked. People who get these grandiose plans to change themselves 100% never works. They always fail and they give up because they are doing things in the wrong way. You don't change 100% overnight. You are supposed to change a little bit at a time, and God will help you with the next step. Now, it's pretty easy to get, if I was to say, tomorrow I'm going to be 1% better, that's pretty easy. That's not bad. That just requires a little bit of effort. But it's a little more effort than I would have put in otherwise. And if I wouldn't have been looking at it, I might have got 1% worse. So if I am vigilant, and if I look at the different aspects of my life and say, you know what, I'm just going to do a tiny little bit better physically, I'm going to do a little bit more, maybe go on an extra walk, or lift a little bit more weights, or spiritually, I'm just going to put a little more effort into my prayers. If I can do a tiny bit better in any one or every one of these areas, don't overwhelm yourself. Get a little bit better. As you do that, you become a new person. When you try to change 100%, you're faking it. Trying to go 100%, you end up faking it. But if you can do it 1% at a time, you are changing yourself and becoming somebody better and stronger every single day. It has to happen a little bit at a time. So this is not overwhelming at all. As you become a little bit stronger, 1%, you're going to wake up the next day and you'll have the ability to get just a tiny little bit stronger the next day. It is the concept, with interest. It is the same concept of compounding interest rates. You become wealthy not by suddenly making $10 million. You become wealthy by saving money, and day after day you get this compounding interest. As $100 becomes $101, and then that $101 becomes $102.20, or I don't even know what the math is. But compounding interest over time is extremely, extremely powerful. That same concept applies to ourselves. Continue to grow. Continue, and you're going to grow the person that you were yesterday, and then if you can grow the person that you are today that tiny little bit, and you can continue, there is no end to that. There's no end to that. And just focus on the things that are most important, because it's very easy to grow a portion of you that is not as essential as maybe your spirituality. maybe your ability to work and have energy and provide for your family. So figure out what's the most important and grow that, and everything else in your life is going to fall into place. A very important concept: don't be overwhelmed. This is the building blocks upon which, if you get those building blocks right and you grow the right parts of your life, you become extremely, extremely powerful. And then there's compounding things. If you grow 2 different parts of your life, let's say physically, you become stronger and you have more energy. Well, what does that affect in your life? Well, that affects greatly your ability to be spiritual, to be happy, to be emotionally resilient, to not be overcome. There are benefits and rewards in every aspect of your life that will benefit from one important part of your life changing. So do not ever underestimate the ability of microscopic changes to your life on a daily basis to completely transform your life and yourself into somebody that you couldn't ever imagine yourself becoming over a period of time. Be patient, work at it, be focused, and you can overcome yourself. Once you got yourself under control, which is not an easy thing, not easy to get yourself to conquer yourself, not easy. But over time, it'll happen if you attack it in the right way. Once you've overcome yourself, that's going to spill over to the people you love around you, to the people you work with, and just is going to reap benefits everywhere. So hang in there, be patient, and you're far more powerful and you have far more ability to make changes than you believe. See you next episode.